afternoon, you restart it before everything, and it found a way. It definitely found a way. Hi there, Veronica. We'll have you turn your camera off. Hi there until after the performance this evening. We'll do the Q&A. We've just got some more in the waiting room there. That's great. So for anyone who doesn't know, my name is Alexandra Bell. I'm the tech host. I'm not Belleville Theatre Guild at the BTG, which is why the joys of having any tech problems often fall on my shoulders. And with me is Amy Lynn Van Londersel, our president at the Belleville Theatre Guild, who I feel very grateful to have with me tonight. Because she is cool as a cucumber. So when things are going a little sideways, it's always nice to have someone like that with us. And we have our lovely cast just kind of hanging out. But before we get going, and we won't take too long because I do see, all right, some folks have started watching the stream. Hopefully that'll jump on there. Excellent. Okay. So again, I'm just going to go over a couple tips and tricks really quickly. I'm so sorry you can't see me, but this is what happens when we have tech issues. We just make it work. So Amy Lynn could mime for me as I go, just, yeah, totally. So for tonight, you're going to enjoy doing a couple things that'll make your theater watching experience that much better. So one of those things is to go to gallery view. So right now you might only see a black square. If you do, that means you're in speaker view and you need to switch to gallery view. So the way that you do that is by, if you're on a larger device, bringing your mouse to the top right corner, and you're going to see where it says view. And you'll have a couple options, speaker view or gallery view. You want to be in gallery view. If you're on a mobile device, you're going to swipe to the right, and that's going to start, you should then see Amy Lynn and a black square. So that'll make your watching of this evening's performance much more enjoyable. And sometimes on mobile, we've heard it will default back to speaker view. So if you are on mobile and it goes down to one camera and then there are two people on, you may have to swipe it again. And then the other thing that will make your life easier is up in that same window, you might see it says show non-video participants. If it does, that's actually, you've got it set the right way. So if it doesn't say that, you want to go to the bottom left corner where you see the little video camera. You're going to click on your video settings, and then you're going to scroll down on that list. You're going to see where it says to hide non-video participants, and you want to make sure that option is checked off. So right now, you should only be seeing Amy Lynn's video and a black square, not a bunch of name tiles. If you're seeing the name tiles, then you are showing the non-video participants. You want to hide them. So you hide them again in your video settings. You may have to click three dots if you're on mobile in the bottom corner to get to your settings, and then you'll be able to do that. So I again apologize. I am just a talking voice in the ether. I thank my wonderful improvised mimer this evening for taking on some visual stimulation during that for me, because it's not fun just to listen to a disembodied voice on Zoom. Thank you so much, Amy Lynn.
I don't know if my miming made it better or worse though, but it was fun. So
I think it definitely made it better. It made it better for me, I just do want to say that. So anyway, we are off. I do apologize that we're a little bit late. That was definitely 100% my fault today, which, everyone maybe gets a turn in the world of tech to make the mistake. So thank you everyone for your patience. It is my pleasure to pass this over now to Amy Lynn this evening.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the latest online one-act play reading brought to you by the Belleville Theatre Guild. I'm Amy Lynn Van Londersel. I'm the president of the Belleville Theatre Guild, and I will be your host for this evening. Annie McDonald, can you turn off your camera, please, and thank you. Kind regards. Alex is the tech host, and I'll be the other host. We've been bringing you online live play reading since last year and plan to continue doing this as a means of keeping our theater alive in our community and because it's fun. So look for a new play, primarily locally written one-act plays. We've been doing them now for almost a year, but the one after this in 2 weeks is going to be our last one for a little while. Our regular season ends. We don't just go all year long. And so we figured our Zoom season should probably also have an end so that Alex and Warren and others didn't just burn out completely. So the next play in our series will be a brand new play called The Henderson Account by Warren Christiani. It is a fascinating, innovative show, which is exactly what Warren's mind is like. He's just like, so cool. So that will be happening in 2 weeks from tonight at 7:30 p.m. The opportunity to be one of our actors or readers is open to anyone that's interested. So even though we're closing this season very soon, ideally we'd have our next season kind of like jiving and ready to go with some shows cast and stuff. So there is no need to audition. Just let us know you're interested and we'll do our best to find a good role for you in an upcoming play reading. And of course, we're always looking for new plays to bring to you. So if you've always wanted to write a play, oh, Joanne, can you mute your thing? So if you've always wanted to write a play, this might be your opportunity to give it a try because it's super low key, pretty low pressure, and so much fun. It's really cool to see your writing come to life in a very safe setting like Zoom. Tonight's play is called The Luncheon, and it's written by Judie Preece and is directed by Barb Grenier. Grenier. I'm just kidding. Barb Grenier. The playwright, Judy, is here with us tonight. So I'm going to ask her to unmute her microphone and turn her camera on so that she can come and talk to us about this show. Hello, welcome.
Hello, and thank you, Amy Lynn.
Yes.
By fluke, this play turns out to be a perfect bookend to your play from 2 weeks ago, when younger women were looking at their lives. Tonight, older women will be doing the same. So, Amy Lynn, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Marvin for accepting this play, Alex for technical assistance. This woman is a wizard. Barb Grenier for directing, reading, and designing the delightful, insightful, and teasing carte du jour poster advertising the play. And of course, to Heather, Jana, and Lisa for bringing these 4 ladies to life. I can't wait to hear it, to see it. Thanks, Amy Lynn. I'll hand it back to you.
Thank you. Speaking of the show from 2 weeks ago, at our last reading, Rock Bottom, Happily Never After, there was some unprofessional and inappropriate language that was used during the preamble and then after the show was done during that chatting. The show itself had some foul language, but the language there, the language that was used before and after the show, however, was unnecessary, and to some it was hurtful. And so on behalf of the board of directors of the Belleville Theatre Guild, I'd like to offer our most sincere apology to those who were affected by our careless words. We've taken action to help us going forward to be more inclusive and understand the many issues that are affecting so many people. It's only ever been our intention to provide a quality theater, and hurting our audience members is something we don't take lightly. So please do accept our most heartfelt apology for our unprofessionalism 2 weeks ago. Tonight's play, The Luncheon, has some wonderful, beautiful women in it. The following actors are Jana Busse, reading the role of Jayne. Barb Grenier is reading the role of Martha. Heather Muir is reading the role of Wendy. And Lisa Guthro is reading the role of Linda. So let's get to it and enjoy this wonderful show. And please be sure that your sound is off and your cameras are off. Without further ado, The Luncheon.
John, I'm leaving. John? Probably asleep in his chair. Oh well. Hopefully he remembers where I'm going today. As if. Oh my God. I can't go out looking like this. What was I thinking? This has got to go back. Oh God, I hope I can find the receipt. I can't believe I listened to that sales clerk. Step out of your comfort zone, she said. You're gonna love this, she said. Love this? I don't think so. I'm 64 years old. My comfort zone these days is an oversized sweatsuit. Well, no question. I've got to change. They'll all look like $1 million, especially Wendy. And I'm going to look like chump change. What time is it anyways? Are you kidding me? I haven't got time to change. Okay, Martha, calm down. Take a breath. I'll grab a jacket. No, it's too hot for that. Shawl, maybe? That'll work. Okay, Martha. Breathe out. You've got this. It's all good. Sure it is.
Not bad. Thank heavens we're nice and easy. Oh, Jayne, you just had to do it, didn't you? Come on. How long have you known these women? Have they ever put you down? No, well, not outwardly anyway. And what if they do? Not the end of the world, right? Wrong. Damn, I just feel so ancient. And that unending flight didn't help either. Good old jet lag. I swear, it gets worse and worse the older I get. Damn, I should have left 2 days ago. No one would have been the wiser. I could have rested up, got a facial, manicure, and gone for all over hair color and highlights. Well, you didn't leave 2 days ago, so suck it up, Buttercup. It's too late now. You can get all that done when you go back. Yeah, sure you can, if you still have a job.
Wouldn't you know it? Meeting for lunch sounded so good 3 months ago. Saturday, May 7th, worked for all of us. Even Jayne could fly in from wherever the hell she is at the moment. And now, here it is. And here am I all dressed up and wishing I were in Vegas with Paul. Oh, Paul, I can still see your face when I told you I couldn't go. Tickets for 2 on the company dime. Oh, sure, it was a business trip, but there'd still be time for you and I, for us. Oh God, how I'd wished for this. A chance to get to know each other better. Why did it have to be this weekend? And his face when I said that I couldn't cancel. What do you mean you can't cancel? Of course you can cancel. Just call them and say something came up. They'll understand. No, I said, I can't do that. The 4 of us go back a long way, and chances to get together like this don't come up very often. And anyway, this is how I was raised. You make a commitment and you see it through, no matter what else comes along. You do understand, don't you? No, he didn't. Chances like this don't come along very often. Wasn't he important? Of course you're important, but... And then that word that I didn't want to hear. Whatever. End of discussion. Sound of door closing. Well, it is what it is. Whatever.
I'm so glad this day is finally here. Hello, food. Hello, wine. Did you miss me? I sure missed you. Come on now, sweet mama. It was worth it, right? 20 pounds, 2 dress sizes. Hello, new me. Sure. Wendy will look like she just stepped out of Vogue, and Martha and Jayne never had to count calories or go vegan or paleo or whatever the heck it is these days, ever. But today is my day to shine. A new body, a new attitude, and a new man who loves me just the way I am. Well, let's be honest. He loved me just the way I was before I lost the weight. He's perfect. I can't wait to tell the girls all about him. Lady Luck always smiled on those 3. Now it's my turn. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it, girls.
I knew you'd be the first one here. Always early, never late, Jayne. Some things never change. Is our table not ready yet?
No, they're really busy. They asked that we wait.
No biggie. It gives us a chance to catch up. So how are you, Jayne?
No complaints. You know, like they say, if I had complaints, nobody'd listen anyway.
I'd listen. You know I would. Say, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I just need some more sleep. This jet lag thing gets worse and worse as I age.
When did you get in?
Early this morning, finally got to bed after 2. The flight was late leaving, of course, and day there is night here, so my system is all screwed up.
Where did you come from?
Shanghai.
I am so envious of you. Getting to see the world, and to think way back then, you and I thought Martha would be the jet setter. Language major. How many languages did she speak then? Was it 3?
4, including Mandarin. She should have been where I just was.
Not that she could do what you do.
Oh, thanks. But yeah, she kind of threw things away, didn't she? Speak of the devil, there she is now.
Hey, girl, look at you.
What? What's wrong?
Nothing. Nothing's wrong. You look fine. Just fine.
Fine? I knew I should have changed.
Changed? What are you talking about? You look great. Hey, shed that shawl, why don't you? Let's see the outfit.
Oh, that is so in. Good for you.
Good for me? What does that mean?
I mean, good for you for trying something new. Don't be so touchy.
Don't you be so sarcastic.
Whoa, knock it off, both of you. Just cool it. Now, while we're waiting, Martha, why don't you tell Jayne about John's sister? You are not going to believe this.
Not going to believe what?
Ever heard of Goody Two Shoes?
Of course, who hasn't? But what's that got to do with John's sister?
She is Goody Two Shoes.
She's Goody Two Shoes. The Goody Two Shoes.
Yep, one and the same.
Well, she's joking, right?
Nope. Goody Two Shoes, Instagram influencer.
Double figure thousands of followers.
Whoa. This is Arlene you're talking about? Wasn't she always a little awkward socially, I mean?
Well, I wouldn't say awkward. I mean, she's always been shy, but Instagram isn't exactly face to face. And really, these days, it's just about her feet. Or more to the point, what's on them.
So how does this work? She buys shoes and walks around in them while someone videos?
No, not someone, not these days. She spent a fortune on a new studio she had built on the back of her house. And now she just presses a few buttons and in a room full of high-tech equipment and bada boom, video's done, uploaded, and she just sits back and waits for the likes.
And more and more and more shoes.
Lots of shoes. Once she hit, I can't even remember how many thousands of followers, shoe designers were tripping over themselves sending her their newest designs. Fluvog, Jimmy Choo, Louboutin, and Manilo, whoever, all the big names. Anyways.
Wow. And for this, she gets paid?
Paid? Big time. She's worth a bloody fortune.
Unbelievable. Well, looks like we missed the boat again.
What are you doing out here?
No, hello, how are you girls?
Oops. Sorry. Hello. How are you, girls?
Great, now that you're here.
Tired but upright.
To be honest, there have been moments.
Let it go.
Did I hear something about a boat? Someone going on a cruise?
No, Martha was just filling me in on John's sister Arlene and Instagram, and I was saying that we missed the boat again. Why do these $1 million ideas seem to come to other people?
If we had the answer to that, we all might make $1 million. I know all about Arlene, and I say good for her. Anyway, back to my original question. What are you doing out here?
The restaurant's really busy. They asked us to wait.
Oh, well, that's not acceptable. I booked this place because it has great reviews. I mean, great reviews. I certainly didn't expect we'd be held up. If you'll excuse me, ladies, I'm going to speak to someone.
Great reviews. So is this place new?
New, you want to believe it. New and very, very exclusive and very, very expensive.
Oh my God, expensive. Like how expensive?
Expensive.
What's wrong, Globetrotter? Card maxed out?
Oh, for God's sake, Martha. Just so you know, I might not have a job when I get back. Things are really shaky with the bottom falling out of the oil market, and I do mean shaky.
Not you. You've been doing this for decades. They've got too much invested in you to let you go.
I'm sorry, Jane. I had no idea.
Obviously, you rarely have any idea. Good old Martha.
Will you two knock it off? I gave up a lot for this luncheon, just so you know. So don't ruin things.
You gave up a lot. I had to fly halfway around the world for this. What did you give up?
A weekend in Vegas, if you must know. And it may have cost me the new man in my life. That's what I gave up.
Sorry, girls. It's going to be a while yet. I got to tell you, when the promise of a big tip doesn't bring us a table right away, you know they're busy. Oh, well, it'll be worth the wait. I got a look at the menu and it looks fabulous.
Good.
So what's happening?
Just the same old, same old.
Oh, let me guess. Martha made some comment, Jane took exception, and Wendy tried to make peace. That about right?
Yep, like Jane said, same old, same old.
Not all same old, same old. You missed the new man in your life.
Right, the new man that I've probably lost.
Look, I'm with Wendy on this one. We came here to have a good time. Can you two just try to get along? If not forever, if just for today, is that asking too much?
All right, just for you.
Me too. Truth.
Truce.
And now that that's settled, who is this new guy, Wendy? And why don't we know about him?
Well, this new guy is Paul, and you don't know about him because we really just met a short while ago.
And Paul is?
Paul is, where do I start? He's single, never married, real estate broker in a large firm, tall, well, tallish, dark, and I gotta say, handsome.
Okay, and you think you've lost him? Why?
When I told him about our luncheon and that I couldn't go to Vegas with him, he was ticked. He said I could cancel. When I told him I couldn't do that, that our get together was really important, he, well, basically just said, well, I guess he wasn't important, and just shut the discussion down. I mean, shut it down. His parting comment was that word that you don't want to hear.
Let me guess. Whatever.
Yep.
Ouch.
Well, and I'm sorry to have to say this, but he sounds like a bit of a cad, and sad to say you've had a few of them along the way.
Like, oh, what's that guy's name?
Rodney? Roger.
Yeah, Roger. And no, don't be sorry, Linda. I have been a cat magnet, but this time I thought the guy was worth it. Really, really worth it. And in the whole scheme of things, does it really matter if he is a cat, that is?
Yes, it really does matter. And it matters because we care about you. We don't want to see you hurt. Come on. We've been friends forever. Been there for lots of the ups and downs in your life. And hey, let's be honest. We've had lots of our own ups and downs that you've been there for.
And even if he isn't a full-blown larcenous cad like Roger, he does sound selfish.
So I should do what? Forget him?
Maybe.
Is that what the rest of you are thinking? I should just forget him?
Well, maybe. Too many of these guys have treated you like, how should I put this? A bit of a doormat.
A doormat? What the ding dong is that supposed to mean?
You fall for these guys and they walk all over you.
And then when you're done doing that, you end up hurt and putting yourself down every time.
You think that everything is wrong with you and nothing is right.
Well, listen to the two of you joining forces to make me feel bad.
It's not to make you feel bad. It's, oh, phooey. Jane, help me out here.
It's like that old red pencil mentality I used to talk about.
Yes, red pencil mentality. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, using a red colored pencil like a grade school teacher to highlight all the things about ourselves that we think are wrong.
Instead of seeing all the things that are right.
Come on, Wendy. You're better than that. Don't let this guy do that to you, and don't do it to yourself. Sure, you've had some real cads in your life, but you have always been and still are the smartest, the wittiest, the best dressed.
That's you, Martha.
Fine. It's me. Wendy, you're the second smartest, the second wittiest, the second best dressed. My God, Wendy, I have envied you from the first day we met.
Envied me? I've envied you. The world was your oyster. 4 languages. You could have done anything, gone anywhere. And you gave it all up for love. And John's just the best. You're so lucky. I'd give anything to have what you have. I was crazy about him. I remember I made that stupid play for him and oh my God, I can't believe I just said that.
Whoa. Stupid play? With John? What are you talking about? When was this?
It was a long time ago. Forget it. It's ancient history. I shouldn't have said anything.
You made a play for my husband?
Well, technically, he wasn't your husband at the time. It was before the two of you were married.
Technically. This is a joke, right? Wait a minute. Hold on.
What?
Just something I vaguely remember. Was it you, Jayne? Or maybe you, Linda? I can't remember. Who said they saw John with someone about a month or two before our wedding?
Not me.
A woman in a red dress. Yes, a red dress. I think it was red. I think that's what was said, and that John and whoever this was seemed pretty chummy.
Well, if it happened at all, it wasn't me. Chummy? With John? I said I made a stupid play, but he brushed me off like I was a pesky fly. I would never do that, Martha. You have to believe me.
Come on. Things are really getting heavy here. John has only had eyes for you, Martha. If Wendy says nothing ever came of it, you gotta believe her.
She's right, Martha. John has always been true blue. Deep down, you know that, right?
There's lots you don't know. No one on the outside can ever really know what goes on in a marriage, just like you can't see what's going on in someone else's head. You should have seen me this morning, looking at myself in the mirror in this outfit, knowing that I didn't have time to change and thinking that each of you would think I looked foolish, trying to look young and failing miserably.
What?
What?
Wendy, I knew you would look like $1,000,000. And Jayne, you're always so well turned out. And Linda, look at you. Wow.
Look at you, Martha.
What?
Look at you. That outfit is perfect on you. Don't you dare put yourself down. We simply won't have it. From this minute on, no more red pencil mentality. Agreed?
Agreed.
Now, ladies, I want you to know that lunch today is on me.
No, absolutely not. This place is over the top expensive. We'll each cover our share.
Nope. Lunch is on me because, well, I just came into a fortune. Lady Luck didn't just smile on me. She grinned ear to ear and then some.
What? What are you saying?
I won the super scratch, the last one, the big one.
The last one? Wasn't that worth 70 million?
72 million to be exact. 2 winning tickets, and one of them was mine. 36 million smackers, all mine. Well, mine all mine with a bit to Lloyd.
Lloyd. Who's Lloyd?
The new man in my life. Imagine me, widowed all these years, and suddenly Lloyd walks into my life.
Before or after the win?
After. Wait a minute. I know what you're thinking, but you're wrong.
What am I thinking?
That he's only after my money, right?
Well, it's happened before.
Well, it's not happening now. He's got money himself.
You know that for sure.
I know that for sure. Did you know that you can Google people and find out all about them?
You can Google a lot of things. Are you saying you Googled him?
Yep, I did when I first met him, and he is for really real. 100% legit. You want to see? I think there's Wi-Fi in here. Yep. Gosh, hold on here. Oh, here we go.
Lloyd Franklin.
Lloyd Franklin? The Lloyd Franklin? Merchant Bank Lloyd Franklin? Bay Street real estate tycoon Lloyd Franklin? Oh my God, Linda. He's not after your money. Maybe you're after his.
Oh, I am so happy for you.
We are all so happy for you.
I've never sat this close to a multimillionaire before. May I touch your arm? Maybe some of that luck will rub off.
And that's exactly what it was. Pure, blind luck. I might not have needed to gas up my car. I might not have gone to that gas bar. I might have used my credit card at the pump. But I decided to use cash, and when I went inside to pay, I decided to buy Quick Pick. And bada boom, pure blind luck. Jayne, while we're talking about money, you don't really think you're going to lose your job, do you?
It's a very real possibility. Like I said, things have been rocky in the oil market. An upturn may take years. The company needs to be lean and mean to face all the challenges that a slump like this poses. So it might be my neck on the chopping block. I mean, they've kept me on for my experience, but there are up-and-comers who could easily fill my shoes. And, well, all I could think of this morning, besides kicking myself for not getting my hair done, is that I might be unemployed soon, and it scares the living daylights out of me.
But you don't know that for sure.
No, I don't, but, oh, I didn't want to say anything. I mean, it's my problem. And I didn't want to be a Debbie Downer, not today. You three have always been there for me, and I love you for that. Sorry to lay this on you. But to be honest, I actually feel a little better just knowing I've said it.
I guess we've all got our secrets, and who better to share them with than with you guys? John and I were really tested during the self-isolation. We were way beyond being on each other's nerves, and we just seemed to pick at each other. Petty disappointments in our lives got blown out of all proportion, and we ended up at each other's throats. I caught him in some lies, and, well, what came out really blew my mind. He did cheat on me. He finally confessed it.
Really? He named names?
No, I didn't want to know. Would you? This late in the game? What would that achieve? Anyway, I think we've reached a truce. We wounded each other, and it'll take time to heal. But our focus now is on John's health.
He's ill?
The test results aren't in yet, but yes, he's ill, and there may be a long or maybe a short road ahead.
I'm so sorry, Martha. You know, we'll all be here for you.
I can't tell you how glad I am that I canceled out of that weekend in Vegas with Paul. What's needed here is a lot of all for one and one for all. Whatever way things go, we'll always be friends, warts and all.
If you'll excuse me, I'm going to go and check again on lunch. I'm starving, and I hear a ribeye with a Caesar on the side and a large glass of wine calling my name. Be right back. No, wait, Jayne, you and I should talk. Lloyd and I are in the process of setting up a foundation to fund research into coronaviruses. I think that we could really use your skills. Think about it.
Oh, sorry. I thought I turned it off. Excuse me. Well, look at that. It's Paul. I'll just be a second.
I sure hope he's not phoning to gloat over Vegas and all the fun he's having without her.
No red pencil mentality, remember?
He says that Vegas is everything they say about it and more, and I've just got to see it. He's got tickets for 2 on his dime. He apologized for being such an ass, his word. Stay tuned, my friends. Things just might work out after all, or not. But I think I'm going to take my own sweet time before I give him an answer. How's that for not being a doormat?
Our table is ready, ladies. Let's get this party started.
I'll meet you in there. Just got to hit the little girl's room. Some secrets aren't meant to share, Martha. And this one almost got out. It happened. I regret it. But just to set the record straight, that dress, Martha, it wasn't red. It was blue, royal blue, and it fit me like a glove.
The end.
You may turn your cameras and videos on.
No can do.
That was really good. Congratulations.
Good
Thanks
job.
for
That was-
Excellent.
Excellent.
Hi,
Excellent.
Catherine.
Well done, guys. Well done.
Thanks.
Well done, everybody. It was a great play.
It was.
Good job.
Well, guys.
Well done. I'm sorry, I'm a disembodied voice still. No necessary miming. And again, thanks everyone for your patience again.
Start the video. Okay.
Judy in here somewhere?
Oh, there it is. There's Debbie. Okay.
Isn't it nice all the videos turning on and you see the people who came to watch the show? It feels
Yes.
feels similar to when you walk out from backstage into the green room at the theater and you see the friends that you didn't know were coming or you thought you saw during the show and you walk out, you're like, oh, they're here.
There they are.
Whoops.
That's nice.
I see lots of faces that I haven't seen before, which is great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Super.
Yes, and we just
Can't
got
get my video turned up.
some nice comments coming in from YouTube as well. Well done, ladies.
Oh,
And
there was spending.
Barb, a star as always, which you did double duty on this. Not only were you a star, but you were directing as well. So double stars for Barb. Really great job.
The
You know,
disembodied voice is just
Brandon.
fucking
I
my
know. I'm so sorry, everyone. My laptop decided right when we were supposed to all enter the meeting. Well, I say we were all settled, and then the audience was just about to enter, and my laptop, I don't know what on earth it decided it was going to do. So
just
we
vanished.
we just jumped devices. We hips. I don't know what I'm saying tonight. Hopscotch, but I'm done.
Hopscotch,
My brain's done at this point. Hip hopped across. I don't know. We got here though. That's the important part, right? So
It's so nice to see so many new faces and this is, you know, the part of the show where at our little Pinnacle Playhouse we'd all stand around and chat, and if it was opening night, there'd be snacks, there'd be wine at opening night. Look, it's opening night. Yay. So yeah, what I like to do when I host is do something that I stole from the kids' school, which we do every day at our house, which is a brag and a drag. So a brag is like something you enjoyed about the process, being in a show, and then the drag, of course, is the drag, the thing that was like about doing an online show. And if Judie's still here, although I don't see her.
No, because the host has shut me down.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Judy. You should have said something. It's me. I shut her camera off. See, I'm telling you, I'm bamboozled tonight. I don't know what to say. I'm just not on. My laptop shut down and I got tossed off my game here. What can I say?
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Helpful. I just didn't realize. Oh, there she is. Okay. So Judy, you can also do the brag and drag. So brag about the process of writing and brag and drag about just the whole Zoom experience. Why are my cheeks so red? My house is not this hot. Okay, who'd like to start from the cast and or Judy? Okay, no volunteers. Barb, congratulations.
I guess a brag. I really, really enjoyed the play itself. The first time I read it, I thought, man, this really, Judie was able to put into words all of the insecurities and all of the noise that seems to go on in a woman's head, regardless of how confident she may be in herself. There's just always this stuff. And I went, wow, I guess I'm not the only one. The drag is, of course, not being able to be together in person. We were talking in the green room beforehand. There's no hairspray in our sinuses or candy all through the green room. But hopefully we're closer to getting back there than we have been. So
that's good. Heather?
Well, the Zoom experience is quite different from being on stage, although there are similarities, but just trying to exploit the opportunities that Zoom provides and trying to figure out how to talk to people and how to get your background so that it's not all wrinkly and just trying to make it all work is a challenge. And I miss those challenges when we don't have plays to put on. And I still had that excitement before opening night. Now it's opening night and closing night, but it was still a very fun thing to do.
That's fun. Yeah. Jana? Let's see Lisa. Jana? Oh, you're on mute, dear. That's a drag for Zoom.
I haven't mastered that yet. Great fun. You know, at the beginning, I felt nervousness and excitement and joy, all those things. And it was just weird to be at home with all that, not going to the theater and seeing everyone in person and then hanging out in the dressing room and, you know, maybe doing a few lines together for a little more practice or whatever, but being able to move around in the actual theater. But it's a play I enjoyed, and the characters come to life with Judie's dialogue, great dialogue. And you could read your part different ways, depending on whether you felt cranky or generous or young or old or whatever. And we were all at different crossroads. It was such fun. It was. I enjoyed working with everyone there. And Barb and Alex were good leading us, and just fun. And yeah, the drag would be that, you know, I should be at the theater and we should be coming out in the green room and we should be able to have wine and cookies on opening night. I always enjoyed that. It was just hard to rush out to get that when you had to dress and change or whatever, if you were in the cast. Anyway, but a wonderful experience. And for anyone who thinks about reading but thinks, oh, no, I don't think I want to do that. What I found helped me was using some technology. First of all, our rehearsals were recorded and each one was sent to us before the next one so we could see how we liked ourselves, what we could do better. I'm a real bobblehead. I had to stop that. And I would, at home, in the privacy of home, I would just start a Zoom meeting with myself as the only participant, and I would act, and do my lines and watch myself. And sometimes I even used photo booth. If you have photo booth, that's another way. Turn on the camera, there you are, do this and stuff. And that was kind of different and useful. The things I'm doing online, you wouldn't believe it. But thank you, everyone. It was great fun. The butterflies are settling down, and I'm glad to hear people have been enjoying it. And hello, friends, every one of you, and I see you there.
Is Lisa Guthro still here? I see the other Lisa.
Yeah, I'm here.
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, there you are.
I am.
I feel like, Hollywood Squares, Mike.
Yeah, all the world's a square, as I said yesterday. I really enjoyed the script the moment I read it, and then when the four of us came together at each rehearsal, we did kind of come together as if we were together in spirit, I guess. It just, like, the way we worked together just improved at each rehearsal. The drag for me was rural internet. Also, I had to make some connections. I have a big voice, so I have a little sticky here that says "Don't yell," right? Because I'm probably yelling right now. I missed the green room, the breathing exercises, the warm up, and just being with people. But it was a great experience. I'm really happy. Yeah, thanks.
Judie,
Yes.
for you?
It's just a pleasure to have had these characters come to life. I mean, this play was a long time in its evolution. It's the old story of, actually, a friend suggested the premise and actually the title, the Luncheon. Gee, maybe I should have some wine here. Anyway, suggested the title. And I thought about it, wrote a bit, shelved it, took it off the shelf, wrote a bit more. And actually it was COVID that really got me back at it, because I was looking for something to do.
Yeah.
And like everyone else.
Yeah.
But the drag part of this is thinking about, not being with people.
Yeah.
So it is a pleasure to be able to see people on the screen, people that I can't see. I mean, we're supposed to stay at home. Better times will come.
Yep. When we all get back together, it'll seem like I can't even, my heart wants to burst when I think about actually being together again at the Pinnacle Playhouse, and I get emotional every time I talk about it. I'm just, and the community though, how everyone's come together on Zoom like this, it's remarkable. And there's people like Alex and Warren and Marvin who have spearheaded Zoom readings. It's amazing. I think I'm too tired. I've been working a lot. But it just makes my heart really happy that this was a thing, because it was so important. It was so important. The theater is so valuable to so many of us. And even though this is really not ideal, it's still amazing. And I get to see your faces without masks. And I get, we get to see theater, even though it's just us sitting in our nooks and crannies with black curtains behind us. It still brings my heart so much happiness. So thank you to all of you who participate and wrote shows and did tech endlessly and hosted endlessly, and it's amazing. And I'm just I can't wait to see everybody in human form again. I know you all still exist somewhere.
Can I say how delightful it is to go to live theater tonight instead of streaming? Just to have the people who were on your screen talking back. Yeah. It's quite delightful.
Yes, and I'll disembodied voice jump in again for a minute there, just to say that Adrian Heather had mentioned in a message that we've made it to the big screen, you know, like now that we stream to YouTube, some people put us on their TVs. So, you know, we're right up there with Hollywood, which we all knew we were this talented all along, but now we're out in the big world. So it's, I think that's a big brag. I gotta say a drag is that you're just as stressed in the booth in Zoom as you are when you are no, I'm kidding. I love it. I love it. That's actually a double brag because it really does feel like being truly at the theater sometimes when you get involved in the use. It's our path back to our pinnacle playhouse, right? So
The best thing.
I know.
There's been some really nice comments. When I turn on the comments, my face turns this color. You know, part of Zoom is discovering your light. Look at this. Ready? So this is with the chat on, and that's the chat off. Isn't that so much nicer? But anyway, I'm going to turn chat on. My face will be blue. So there's some really nice comments. I'll go from the bottom to the top. Deborah, is Deborah still here somewhere? Again, I can't tell. Oh, there's Deborah. She said, this was a lovely way to spend an evening, to feel like we were sitting with you ladies at the luncheon when we can't go anywhere. Lauren said, good job, Nana, aka Barb Grenier, aka Martha. Yeah, Alex said, thanks everyone. Sorry, I'm hiding. I appreciate you being here. Joe and Nancy Kelly said, great job, enjoyed it a lot. Can't wait to see everyone because we can't see everyone because we're using a phone, not a computer. Can't really participate in the discussion, but thank you all very much. Kirsten, who I think I still saw. Nope. She said, excellent work, Judie, and to the ladies. Fantastic. You all did amazing. Nancy Gerard said, well done, ladies. Great play, Judie. Danielle said, enjoyed it greatly. John Martin said, well done, everyone. Adri. Yeah, I was going to say, I know how to say it. Adri said, well done. Great story, Judie.
And I might just jump in because I've got the YouTube chats here and we can just kind of jump on there. So as I had said, you know, well done, ladies. Barb, a star as always. Great performance from Naomi. Fantastic. Kudos to Barb. Love your gals. And someone says, and director, wow. Antonina says, thank you all very much. And I took a minute to mention that you can visit Antonina and others at the Belleville Farmers Market Saturdays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Thanks so much to Antonina for being a regular fan here. And Heather said, well done, everyone. Love the play and performances. Priscilla said, an interesting play. I enjoy these evenings. And Naomi said, the interactive component's amazing. Way to think outside of the box. And another, we are on the big screen again and they love it. Yahoo! So yeah, that's just some disembodied chats from the YouTube.
Some more stuff. Ben Schonk could maybe be related to Heather Muir. Said, great job, Heather. Great to see you acting. And we didn't need a babysitter. I know, right? Like, cheapest theater ever. Don't have to pay for tickets. Don't have to pay for babysitter. Margaret said, great job, everyone. Nice play, Judie. Judie. Oh, wait. I needed to read ahead because she addressed you personally. So I was like, I don't want to read something private. She said, Judie, is it okay to ask if you identified with any one of the female characters, or would you say there's a little of you in each of them? What do you think, Judie? I think she's trying to ask if you slept with one of your friends' husbands. Just joking. Go ahead, Judie.
Well, I suppose there was a bit of me in the character, sure. And maybe a bit of people I know in some of the characters.
It felt like all of womanhood, like in all these roles. It was fascinating.
Well, haven't we felt that way? Those ways?
Yeah.
Yes, Margaret, I have.
Lorraine said, great dialogue. It flowed so well. Thank you for an enjoyable evening. And Annie McDonald said, thanks for the lovely performance this evening.
I really agree with Lorraine's comment. That was something jumping into this as the tech host. Disembodied type feels so I'm so sorry. I like to be part of the view. I realized I used to hate video chatting. Asked me that a year ago. Now it's like I'm desperate to be on the screen. Give me my stage. No, but Judie really compliments, because that was something I really noticed when we started working through, was just how well that dialogue flowed. There was a real natural pace to the dialogue, and that flows back to Barb and the actors as well for really kind of bringing out the best of that script as well. But very well written script for them to dig into. So I'm glad Lorraine made that comment, because for me that was a real standout reading through, was just how excellent your dialogue was.
Yeah,
thank you. Thanks.
I'd like to say I didn't thank Judie specifically when I spoke before, and I just wanted to, because when I was cast, it was a surprise. I wrote Judie and I said, I broke my teeth in theater on the play Lil that you wrote, and I guess that was presented as a one act in 2015 or 16, and Alex Bell directed it. Oh, wow. And it was if anyone saw it, it was a very moving play, intergenerational conflict and issues and unresolved issues, and so true and well written again. And here I am again in one of your wonderful plays, and I am so pleased. Thank you. They're just keep them on coming. But yeah, Alex and I remember that well. I'm sure Alex will too. But that was a great one to start off with both of you.
I think that was one of Warren's, if not Warren's first show, Warren Christiani as well, who's done a lot of the work on this.
Yes. Yeah.
And Rosella.
And Rosella.
I gotta say, that director has great taste in actors. Wow. That Alex Bell, whoever she is, whatever she looks like.
I think she's lost in that theater somewhere.
Yeah. She's the host of the Pinnacle Playhouse. She's here now.
And Alyssa was also in that with us, to just mention our fourth, she was lovely in that show as well.
She was.
To get her from the musical crowd into a drama. It was wonderful. Yeah. Wonderful. Yes. Oh, and we have another great play coming in from our YouTube stream. So yeah, lots of just lovely comments across the board.
Before I forget, does anyone who is currently on screen right now mind if your face is on our Instagram? And I'll post a photo of our chat. If you're in the witness protection program, just low-key text me and I won't put your photo on.
On what?
We'll put the theater masks over your face or something. That's it.
Yeah, the witness protection, Jana. I don't think you are, but
so far so good.
Keep Enno off the screen, though.
What's that?
I said, keep Enno off the screen, though.
Well, he's going to sit beside me now. He was watching on YouTube. Hi, Enno. What did you say?
Hello, Enno.
Who said that?
No one.
It's just want to congratulate you, ladies. Marvelous, absolutely marvelous job. I enjoyed. I enjoyed it all, obviously, but because I like to sing as well. I had to point out that Wendy's reference to freeze or frozen.
Yes,
let it go.
Let it go.
Nice one.
Lovely job.
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Enno.
No, I hope everyone enjoyed it as much as the audience did.
I liked the line about Instagram
influencer.
What's that?
Yeah.
Instagram influencer.
Oh yeah, the influencer. But you said something about she used to be so awkward socially, and she and that cracked me up because my Instagram literally says, "Who knew that Instagram was for introverts?" I love it. I don't have to be awkward or not awkward. I just post a picture, and it's like, what? I'm no influencer, but I'm awkward socially. So Instagram how it works for me. Yes. Okay. I'm trying to post as we speak.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's a true Insta. Make sure hashtag
I
Insta.
can tag people. Just throw out your handles. No, don't do that. I can't do any of that.
Is this on your Instagram, Amy Lynn?
It'll be with the theater's Instagram.
Okay, because I'm not on social media, but I'm on the internet forever, and I never expected to be.
Baby step.
Yeah, people who really were like, oh, you know, I like face to face, and I like, which is valid. Those are valid things. But now all of a sudden, it's like, it doesn't matter. If you want to see people, you got to do it this way. So it's fascinating the people who have like really stretched and grown and they like, you literally had to be a complete recluse, or you had to just grow and accept that you needed to learn a little bit of internet skills to see people. I still know quite a few people through the theater, through other things where they're like, no, I don't like Zoom. I'm like, but you haven't seen anybody, right? Those people are struggling a lot, like mentally and emotionally. And they're like, I'm just so miserable, but I can't do Zoom. I'm like, those things might be connected. You might need to look into that. Yeah. Heather and your Ben looks a lot like his dad.
Yeah, everybody says that.
I spent time with Craig like at the theater, like doing sets or at the annex. So then when Ben Shonk came on, I was like, oh, that guy looks like his dad.
Poor soul. Poor soul. He didn't get his mother's looks. That's the problem.
Oh.
Oh, that's Ella.
So adorable. Congratulations, you two.
You guys did a
Again
wonderful
and
job.
again.
We just unmuted it temporarily because it's very loud here, but you guys did a fantastic job.
We're occupying her with trolls along with trying to watch it.
Nice.
That's win-win.
I'll take that as a compliment, Amy. Thank you.
I've seen about 4 of these now, and I'm interested in the progression of people learning to act from their shoulders up.
Yeah.
And it's been a real evolution and just gotten better and better and better, because really all you have is your face to work with.
Yeah.
And it has to do a lot of things.
Yeah. It's a lot more like TV acting or movie acting, right? I mean, in TV and movies, you obviously have a body still, but you get close-ups and you get, right, which you never get in theater. So in theater, you're constantly like, oh, my arms have to do more. I have to be moving. Like, so yeah, so Zoom is like TV and movie acting. Here's my close-up moment.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely been that balance, right? And I think that's something all of us really have strove for across this, is to not lose the essence of theater, but meet the reality of what we're working with. So it's been a really interesting exploration of the creative aspects of doing theater. I've really, it was supposed to be a stopgap. And then I think there was this middle part where I think I was feeling like, okay. And now I will miss it. Like, I don't know if I'll fully ever say goodbye to the idea that Zoom has a space in the performing arts. I think it does. I think it does. We discovered yesterday there's this new thing they've added now, if I may nerd out on the technology of Zoom a little. And this is a note for our playwrights, is that they've now created another view, which I don't think this is the most up-to-date version on this computer. No, I didn't quite have time to update it as I was scrambling to get the show off the ground. But there's now immersive scenes. So if you've got the most up-to-date version, last night at rehearsal, I was able to stick everyone so it looked like they were paintings hanging in an art gallery.
That's right.
It was just hilarious. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I just want to write a script about what the paintings talk about when everybody goes home, and there's our set. And then another one said you could put 2 people in a kitchen, and I could have 25 people in a theater auditorium sitting, and their videos would have all kind of made them look like people in the theater. So yeah, the technology isn't done adapting as we're still kind of evolving. So after our little break, it's going to be curious to see where we could maybe come back with, because yeah, it's just blows my mind that, yeah, we started a year ago, you couldn't do sound effects. We were, knocking on things, trying to share sound from our cell phones, holding it up to the speakers, making awful noise, cutting it. And now you can click a little button, share. I was playing off of my, media player on my computer, all the sound effects, and it's just a amazing technology. So kudos to anyone, like Amy Lynn said, who came along for this ride, because it's really been an adventure.
Yeah, it's been theater and arts in the history books. Like, this is, it's crazy, and it sounds ridiculous because it's like, for us, it's kind of like, oh, we want to be in the theater, which we do, but it's also like, I have kids at home. I have a 16-year-old and a 12 and 11-year-old. The 12 and 11-year-old in particular are very interested in how this will look when they're grown up. And I'm like, you guys, honestly, like, this is going to be stuff your kids are going to learn about in history books. Like, we learned, or maybe not all, we learned about the Spanish flu and the flu of 1918, right? And because it was a pandemic and we learned about it. So, but this pandemic is so different because of how much farther we've come in all this time, right? So the world looks so different and everything is so different. So to be part of this interesting theater experience during a pandemic is just amazing. Like, and for those of you who have ever been to the Pinnacle Playhouse, and we have the seasons hanging on the wall. So there's 5, 5, 5. So each season is there. And, you know how long you've been there. If a show that you started and gets bumped off, so that's how long you've been here and whatever. And so we've been talking, I don't know if Phil Bowerman's here anymore. He does those collages and stuff for the wall. But we're talking about like what to put for last season that we've missed. And like, so how do we fill in that wall in a really meaningful way that really highlights the hard work that people did to make theater still happen, even though none of us were there. So like, what do those frames get filled in with to really honor?
Masking tape.
Masking. Put a mask in one. We'll just put a mask in one frame.
Sure.
A dirty tissue from sneezing. I don't know. But yeah, just like, what do we do to honor all of this hard work and honor the fact that art is moving and living and breathing? And when poop hits the fan, artists just keep going. Like, artists are like, actually, we don't care if we can't meet in person. We're going to do this virtually. Like, it's so cool. It's so cool. So cool. I'm going to say it 3 whole times.
I have a question for Judie. I don't know if anybody asked her this. Is she still there?
Yep.
Okay. I was wondering the personality types that you picked for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
about that?
Don't we all know people like that?
That's a political answer.
Well,
no, I think we do, and I think honestly, I wanted to congratulate you and say that you did a marvelous job in making those characters work against each other and with each other. Thank you.
well, thank you. And I think that's part of the dynamic, particularly with longtime friends. There's that interaction. They love one another, but they can also set one another off. But yeah, when I think of some of those characters, I know that one of my very long-time friends from high school, Shirley, has tuned in tonight. And one of the great joys in my life is when she and the others of that group are able to get together, and I look forward to that. Hi, Shirley.
I think it's interesting too, because some of the men probably don't really realize how the girls are when they get together.
Yeah. Someone commented on that last week, actually.
I think there's a different dynamic that women have when they get together than men do. And I don't think it's conscious. There's an unconscious means of communication there that men don't admit to.
Admit or submit to.
Admit or what?
Submit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right though, Judy. That was interesting, like how it tied in with last week's show. That was funny. I was like, oh, this is them.
Well, did you hear the word doormat?
Yeah. When they said that, I was like, oh my gosh.
What the ding dong is that supposed to
Yes, yes.
When I heard doormat in your play, I thought, oh my gosh, that's in mine too.
Yeah, that was it. There were so many uncanny moments where it's like, whoa, Judy and I wrote our shows together but apart.
But apart, yes.
Yeah. Yours had a lot less bad language. Your ladies were more refined than mine.
Oh, well, of course, dear. We're older. We're past that.
I'm getting worse as I get older.
I'm the only one who swore.
Yes. COVID has brought out my inner sailor.
Oh.
Me too. Oh, I'm so foul-mouthed now.
I don't know what's happening. And my kids are like, Mom, like, did I say all that out loud? It's just next level.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Yes.
I'm trying to say gosh darn more often and stuff.
Yeah.
Or fuddle duddle or just ding dong.
Yeah.
Oh, Deborah was asking about last week's show and if you're able to still watch it. We just took it down to make a few little edits to some of the stuff. So it will be posted back up again on our YouTube channel, which I can drop that information. How do I?
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, and I would say, so the plan right now is there's a little bit of a backlog of some old shows because back in the day we weren't up to the times yet, and we weren't live streaming all of these shows to our YouTube. So while we take a little bit of a break from putting these on as live productions, that is going to give me some space to actually dig into that properly. So it's unfortunately the show, which was called Happily Never After, is not up right now, but there's a ton of great content. If you haven't seen some of the other ones we've been doing, there's lots of good videos on there. We'll take you away from your Netflix streaming habits. No problem. I need the distraction. Actually, I should put that on the next time I'm scrolling through the Hollywood squares of Netflix trying to figure out what I'm going to put on next, because I should just watch this again. Yeah.
For sure.
Well, I'm going to step out of the meeting now, and
okay.
I just want to say thank you, Judy, for such a great play, and thank you to Marvin, who's no longer in the meeting, for asking me to participate and to direct, and Heather, Jana, and Lisa. I still see Linda on your screen. Lisa, it was a pleasure working with you all. It's the first time we've worked together, and I hope that we can do this again. Maybe there's a one-act festival live in the theater that they'll let us
do it on stage. I think it would be cool to do it on stage.
Yes, thank you so much. You guys were fabulous to work with.
And let's say goodbye to our YouTube stream too before we all sign off. So thank you, YouTube. Goodbye, YouTube.
Thank you so much.